We back on the road again, people. So this is just one of my freestyle topics on a particular subject. I titled it "Access to Your Energy is an Option and Not a Requirement." Access to your energy is an option and not a requirement. Now, something interesting that I have learned over the years. I remember the early years of my life. I've never been somebody who really starts a confrontation, but I have definitely been somebody who, if somebody starts one with me, I'm with it. Whatever it is, I'm with it. I'm going to see this thing through to the end. That was me. Like, if they invite me to the conflict, I have to participate. There was a certain point in time where that changed, and it was because of a situation that happened to me at work, honestly. The situation that happened at work with my boss. This was at least close to 10 years ago, if not 10 years ago. And I remember that this particular boss was very confrontational with me. And every time they would confront me, I was ready to jump. They say something to me, I say something back. They say something to me, I say something back. We're fighting every day. So, situation where that particular boss did something or said something to me that they were clearly wrong about, and I flew off the handle a little about it. And then I even spoke to a co-worker about that situation, and the co-worker was like, "Mark, you are right. I hear everything you're saying. I know how that boss is, and you're right here, but let it go." And I'm like, I don't want to let it go because I am in the right and I'm going to defend my position. And this coworker was just like, at the end of the day, you are here doing a job. You're here doing a job. You're here to get money. This is your livelihood. So this argument and getting the apology from this person does not give you a raise. There's not really any kind of benefit to you and could potentially have consequences on where it goes. So if I were you, I'm recommending for you to let it go. And it was hard to do, but I actually did decide to let that situation go. And that ended up being something that was a useful skill for me throughout the years. So this is not structured, by the way. This is just off the top of my head. The thing is, even being somebody like me, who is very level-headed, most even keel most of the time, people get mad about that too. And they get mad because they don't have access to my energy. I am very selective of who has access to my energy. Not many people will have that. I made that post yesterday where I said that I'm not even gonna say the whole thing because I don't know if YouTube's gonna be funny with that, but I just basically said, unless you make me happy or help me towards my quest to get money, I don't need to talk to you. That was basically what I said in that community post yesterday. There's a reason for that. And there's a lesson in that too. I had another situation where somebody spread some lie about me, and it was harmful because it was like relating to the way that I do business. And actually what happened between me and that person was that I did the job that I was supposed to do for them, and they had agreed to pay me, but we didn't contract that. So they were trying to get the work that I had done for them without giving me the money up front as agreed upon. And I said, that's not happening because that's not what we agreed upon. And sadly, this was even a friend, a good friend at that particular time. And then they invented a story about what happened, and then like invented a beef. I'll say this. I don't have beef with anybody on this planet. I promise you that. Now, don't get that confused and think that it means that I'm saying I like everybody and everybody likes me. Obviously, that's not the case. There's definitely people I don't like. And there's definitely people that don't like me, a surprising amount, as a matter of fact. Because I don't bother anybody. But beef, to me, requires an investment of at least two parties. It requires an investment of you and the other party. If somebody doesn't like you and you're not thinking about them, it's like it's not beef. I think beef requires, and for me to have a beef with somebody, I think requires them to do something to me that is of a personal nature. Me not liking somebody, I don't consider it a beef, and I'm not really willing to invest time or energy towards that, because what does it do for me? That's why I told that story earlier of that conversation that the coworker had with me. What is it going to do for me? If I invest my time and my energy into this situation, what am I going to get out of it? Am I just looking for things to do to fill my time? Or am I looking for things to do specifically that I enjoy doing, that are productive, that help me in some way? You guys see that I spend so much time in the gym. I don't just go to the gym because I'm like, oh, I love being in the gym. Being in the gym is so fun. I'm in the gym because I have goals. I'm trying to get something out of it. I don't get anything out of giving everybody and their mother access to me and access to my energy. Some of y'all know I've communicated with plenty of people on here, but it's based upon our interactions. It's based upon the things that you're saying to me. It's based upon what I'm getting out of those conversations. I'm not just going to invest a bunch of time just to invest a bunch of time. So access to your energy is optional, not mandatory. Even forget about on a social media platform, just in general. So when I was working in the office and I had people that were working in the office with me, sometimes people thought that a lot of you guys think I'm really nice just based on what you see here. And I'm not saying that I'm not nice, but in certain social settings, I'm very selective on who I'm talking to. I'm very selective on who I'm investing in. I am cordial. I'm nice when I'm in the office. Hey, good morning. How are you doing today? How was your evening? How's your morning going? Small talk, that type of thing. Yes, I will do that. I'm not just walking around quiet when I'm in that setting. But I'm not the person who is going to be like, oh, my work best friend, my work this, my work that, my buddy, because I see them every day and I spend all this time with them, so now they're my best friend in the world. No, I could meet somebody at work that I end up feeling this way about based on conversations and interactions that we have over time. But it's not a guarantee and it's not mandatory. The thing that I'm paid to do is show up there, complete the task that the job has contracted me to do, and go home. I don't need friends on the job. When I come on here, I feel the same way. I mean, obviously, you need your supporters, your followers to keep the engine going. But in terms of having to be a person who is connected to everybody, I don't need to be. In terms of being a person who needs to be liked by everybody, I don't need to be. In terms of being a person who needs to communicate and talk to everybody, I don't need to be. I'm always cool in my lane. I'm always cool in my lane. I'm always open. I'm always open to accepting new things and new people into my life, but I'm also not out seeking them. They have to present something to me. This person is special in them that makes me want to give more of myself. And some people feel like we're all on this earth, so it means that anyone who wants access, we give them the access card. Nah, there's a limited amount of rooms in my hotel. There's a limited amount of rooms. And sometimes you're not going to have that key card. Sometimes you're not going to get that key card, because I don't willy-nilly just give those to everybody. And also, the things that you invest the most of your time and thoughts into is basically the trajectory of where your life is going to be going. Think about that. So that's another reason why I don't invest into things that are not profitable to me personally, professionally, financially, spiritually. You know, why am I going to make those investments? Sometimes you do have to deal with things that don't produce those things for you, but to me those are one-off situations, as in you deal with that situation as it comes across your plate, and then you move on to the things that you normally do. But yeah, that was the point of this. Was just some unfiltered thoughts on not letting people think that your energy has to be given to them just because they have asked for it. And I hope you all got something out of this, and I hope you guys have a great morning.